Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Monkey Caviar Podcast Network. This is Nice Shirt Jeff, our looking survivor, Generation X versus Millennials.
Hello.
With me, as always, my lovely co-host, Judi Sunshine. How are you, Miss Sunshine?
Great now. Now that the computer world has been conquered.
Well, we're dealing with some technical issues tonight. If you're looking for American Horror Story, they had some technical issues and are re-recording tomorrow, so that'll be up.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll be up tonight. We hope.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh. Well, how'd you like this episode here that we just watched?
It was okay as an episode, but I liked it as a fan. It wasn't like all that exciting, but it was good personality stuff.
I think we learned a few important things this week, and we'll get to them. So they returned to camp. What did you think when David returned to camp and he started having regrets?
He's fine. I think he has that, I don't know, he has one of those maybe winners edits. I don't think he has any regrets. I think he's just flying by the seat of his pants at this point.
I think the move helped out Ken way more than it helped out David.
Yes.
It certainly looks like Ken and Jessica are going to bone. Maybe not on the island, but they're going to bone.
I don't want you to think about that. That's okay. I feel like it's going to be the most serious sex that will ever happen in the world, but not in the good lifetime kind of way. Just in a way of you got to sign this shit, and he'll be like, you don't understand my loyalty, and she'll be like, I'm sorry. How quickly she apologized. It was really unsettling with her Little House on the Prairie braids, and I like braids. I like Madison's braids on Unreal, but there was something so about the way she said sorry that it's don't apologize.
Oh, she said she was sorry because he told her. But he told her they were coming after her, and she didn't believe him. She ran and told him, and then they were coming after her. So, of course, Ken looks like the knight in shining armor. Now he's going to get her legacy pass whenever she gets the boot.
And what was up with that as well? It's like Dave just saved her. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a big Jessica fan because I feel like I could be a better assistant DA.
It didn't work for David. It was a horrible move. And now Ken is getting all the reward of it.
That's interesting that you say that.
Well, how is it not? They obviously with the split, now Ken and Jessica are on the same tribe. David's off playing catch up with everybody else. So he totally he lost all his cred with that move. It was a bad move.
I've read both sides. I read Fishbox People blog, and I forgot to read that. And why are all the comments gone? By the way, on the People
our
blog?
Comments. Oh, I don't know.
The discus comments. Either way, he was like, this is a terrible move. And I'm like, why have I forgotten to read this until after I started talking about it? And I agreed with him in a way, but I also agree with the supporters of David's move.
I don't see any support. I don't. I try not to read or listen to RHAP before we do our podcast because I don't want to rip them off.
Me too.
So I haven't read Fishback yet, so I will get to it. But yeah, he's a smart dude, Fishback. So whatever he says, I'm going to go with.
I was trying to do the same thing, but then I realized I was being fake because that's something I would do anyway. Him and previously TV, which is as close as I can get to television without pity. That's where my fangirl heart lies. So I'm going to read that and keep it real and give credit where credit is due and not pretend to get my own ideas.
Well, I just don't want to come up and spout somebody else's theory. If I pay no attention to anyone else before I do my show, then I can say I said it. And if not, then somebody can come at me. But they can't come at me this way. So stay off me, bro.
Coming back next season.
Yeah, well, we'll try. All right, so they had a big idol search party.
Yes.
And David is the only one who knows what to look for. And it's like raining idols for this guy.
I know. He's the Russell Hantz.
He's not Russell Hans. Russell worked. This guy just looks around and, oh, look, a log. That's it. Ta-da.
That's how I felt about Hans. Or Hans. Or
oh, my God. So he gets another idol, and hopefully he plays this one better. But just listening to him in the later half of the episode, he's not gonna. He's just bad.
He looks a lot like Quagmire now, though. In his confessionals, the way they're angling him and shooting him, I couldn't put my finger on it. It's like Quagmire.
Kristen said he had a big head. His head was too big for his body, so I guess that fits the Quagmire mold.
That runs in my family, but like it was specifically somebody that I couldn't figure out. I'm like, Quagmire.
I don't think that your head is too big for your body, so
thanks.
Maybe it skipped a generation.
We've always been in the 90th percentile, including my brother's daughter.
Of big heads?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a big body, but I don't know that it affects the size of my head except for the fat around my face. I
didn't realize my head was big until I needed a new graduation cap for high school. It had to be specially ordered. It was very sad.
Oh, wow. Look at you, fancy. You graduated.
Nice.
Right. All right, so we head to what looks like the reward challenge, and it's actually drop your buff time.
Yes.
And we split. I was looking for a 2-tribe merge, and we get 3.
Yes.
3-tribe merge. Michaela was not happy.
No. I didn't blame her, but I love her so much.
I did too. She rocked it. This was her episode 100 times over. But it does suck when you switch tribes and you got to go build a new shelter and you have no food.
Yeah.
And all your stuff is back at your old camp. That sucks. But they got an extra person for it. And it didn't seem to hurt them in the challenge. They came out and rocked that.
Yes. But again, Michaela, that's so hard. She's so good at challenges.
She's amazing. Yeah, she really is right now. Who do you think got the best swap?
Michaela.
You think Michaela? I think Ken and Jessica got the best swap.
I know I'm probably being too emotional because of, yes, you're right in terms of strategy. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, Ken, actually, then.
Yeah, they got, I think Ken got the best swap because Adam's over there with Taylor and Piggy. And he doesn't like that couple.
He hates
and I love it. They're trying to hide their little love affair, and that's not going to work.
Yeah, somebody said something good on Previously TV though before that I thought was interesting, where it was like, what is so bad about Taylor? He did say especially, and that pissed off a bunch of people. He's not my.
That is a great reason not to like a guy. He said especially. I hate.
There feels like a lot of backlash in terms of them besides their coupledom that was interesting to read about, and I want to expound on it.
I think I don't find him unlikable. I just find him to be kind of he's a bro. He's full bro. And he talks like full bro, and that's cool. You can be full bro.
Bro.
I'm sorry, you broke up. What was that?
I feel like he's 75% bro. Like, I feel what you're saying, and I respect it, but I'm from Long Island, so there's, full bro to this extent that you can't even imagine.
All right. Well, he's got a lot of LA bro going on. That's
LA bro, yeah. There's surfer bro involved in that.
Yeah, because he's mouthing hot. You're so hot and all this. And, if you're trying to lay low, that is not the right way to go about it, son.
Or it could be the way of him pretending to be dumber than he actually is. And maybe that's his thing. He'll be like, hey, I'm a good-looking dude in Hollywood terms. Let me hit on this girl with an ego slightly bigger than her smarts. And she does have a lot of smarts. I don't think
him an awful lot of credit.
I like to fan wink.
I think you're giving Taylor a little more credit than Taylor deserves.
All right, but if I was going to fan wink for him, that would be it.
Okay. How did you like the other tribes? Let's talk. Takali was Taylor, Piggy. We already talked that one. Ikabula, Michaela, Will, Hannah, Jay, and Brett, and Sunday. How purple is Brett becoming? Like, have you heard a confessional from that guy in 3 episodes?
There was the one thing about Gen X and we'll learn never to give up, or something equally ridiculous. And it's like, no, we were not raised that way. We might as well just being like, we're old, you're young. They're young, we're old. It's like they're not even old.
30. That's all it is.
Dude, it's ridiculous. And all the little snippets, like, I feel like they're just feeding them questions, and the cameramen are probably like, please, just say something sociological.
Unreal has you so jaded.
Oh, you're blaming it on Unreal? Or is that, like, the blossoming of the jadedness?
No, I think it's okay, because I look at Big Brother entirely different now that I've started watching Unreal. So.
Oh, yeah, because that's even more of an evil show, I feel. This, at least, it's like, if you can't swim, you can't swim.
Well, I have an idea for my own reality show called Schrodinger's House. And it's Big Brother, but you never know if you're alive or dead.
I like it.
So the people that get voted out stay in the house. And they still have votes and things that count. So, yeah, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress.
Nice. You should definitely consult Stassi Schroeder from Vanderpump Rules. Schrodinger's House.
Oh, Schrodinger's House. Well, it's Schrodinger the scientist, but no.
I won't get started on Vanderpump Rules.
Are you not familiar with Schrodinger's cat?
I know a little bit, but I'm not.
Schrodinger's cat. The basic principle is you take a cat and you put it in a box with a pellet that is poison. And once you seal the box, you have to assume that the cat is both alive and dead, because there's no way to prove otherwise. So until you open the box,
yes. Okay.
The cat is both alive and dead. So in this game, you would be both alive and dead at the same time.
I could work
in progress.
Yeah.
All right, I have to give a big props to Zeke in this episode, because I think Zeke may be playing the best game a gay man has ever played on Survivor. That's what I'm saying.
I never assume one way or the other. If I don't know going in, I like that about actually the millennials, that it's a lot more sexually fluid.
I'm okay with that, but he said he's gay, and I'm fine with that. It's not about him being gay that makes him the player. It's that he sat with Chris and talked college football, naming Chris's the year he played the championship, which is more than, David could never do that. David would not bond with Chris in that way.
It's
even
funny,
though I'm not saying David's gay.
Pan out that way, yeah, so to speak.
But most of the gay men, Colton, think of Colton. Could Colton have pulled off that talk with Chris?
I feel like Colton couldn't pull off most talks with most people, but I also feel
maybe Colton's a bad example because he's Colton, but you know what I mean. Most of the gay men that have been on Survivor haven't been portrayed in a way that they would be down to be in an alliance with a guy like Chris, who's a big, hulking, manly man.
They're letting certain stereotypes exist within a larger stereotype on each side in a lot of ways, which I think is actually, now that you say it that way, I'm sort of getting why I like this season more than some people do. A lot of people are saying, this is boring, everybody's unlikable. I don't agree with that.
No, I don't think they're all unlikable. I have like 4 people that I really enjoy. At least. I would love to see more of some of them. Will, for example, I haven't seen very much from at all. Brett and Sunday are purple. They don't exist. They don't. Cece was pretty much purple before they voted her out. So, yeah, the people that are going out, I'm fine with. I don't think Cece was going to bring a lot to the show.
Cece, like, from what I'm getting and from how I felt about her, everybody likes her. They just were kind of like, but she didn't really quite get the game itself.
Yeah, that's Francesca.
Pretty like
Francesca. She may be likable, but she just doesn't know Survivor.
Right. And that's not what you want to watch week after week when you have a lot better television at your disposal. Like, yeah.
And we always talk about winner's edit. This episode had Michaela's winner edit written all over it. She's a fire starter who cries afterwards. She was a beast at challenge. Go Michaela.
I wrote down great episode. She's going to win, or she's Stephanie, or she's a winner. And again, pull out. Because that's, again, I feel like I'm the guy who can only talk about Fonzie, who's the friend's doctor who delivers their baby. It's like, Fonzie said that once. That's how I feel about Palau when it comes to Survivor. But whatever, because I love that season and I love those people. And that's how I feel about Michaela. She's Stephanie. If she's not. So
you're saying she would be the last person on that tribe. She would still be okay.
I'm saying either she's coming back next season or she's winning this one.
Oh, you think she might be one of the 2 returning players, do you?
Yes.
You want to know if you're right?
No.
Okay. So we get to the challenge. And this was a good challenge for a 3-tribe challenge.
Yes.
I like it. It didn't really favor any team, I don't think, right out of the bat.
No.
I didn't see, like, when they all lined up, I was like, okay, that team's definitely going to win. I was surprised Will sat out. Will sat out for Ichabula when they had Hannah, Brett, and Sunday. They could have sat. I would think Will would be a little bit better swimmer than Sunday maybe and Brett.
I think Will is probably really trying to fly under the radar.
Well, he's doing a good job because he basically didn't exist for 2 episodes.
Yeah, and that worries yet pleases me because I like Will. I have a little brother. Like, I love my little brothers, and I just want Will to do well as, like, that kid like Spencer was. It's like that plucky young kid. Hope he was raised right. Go out on his own. I want him
to do well because he has the voice of a supervillain.
Yeah.
He's great. He's like the Darth Vader of Survivor. So they're in this challenge, and Cece takes about 1,000,000 years to swim 10 feet.
Yeah.
And then David shows off that he is the least coordinated Survivor castaway ever.
I understood why they thought he was throwing it.
I totally got it. I was like, he might be throwing. If he wasn't, that was just pathetic. He kicking the ball off the other side. He almost did it twice.
Yes.
He was. There are people in the world that are just not athletic. And you know them in high school. They may not be you. They may be a friend of yours. They may be the person you picked on. Whatever. They exist in the world, and they shouldn't apply for Survivor.
Well,
I know you need Cochrans in the world. I know you do, but you have to have some semblance of skill and coordination. Play video games at least and have a little hand-eye coordination. But David is not good at challenges, and he's never going to win an individual immunity ever.
I still feel like he's getting a winner's edit, though. And I know, like, we're not supposed to be breaking the fourth wall and everything, but we kind of are anyway. And that's a big deal to me over the course of the years that I've been bothered that I haven't seen that coming.
Yeah, I thought Hannah was getting a good edit in the first couple episodes, and the last 2, she's been invisible as well.
But maybe that means she's going to come back with a force.
It may, and these episodes have been big for, like, Michaela and Zeke and David. So, yeah, I mean, there's people doing stuff, and maybe the others are just laying low. Maybe Will's laying low. Maybe Hannah just hasn't had the right opportunity. I'm dying to see if Jay can do anything. He seems to be okay at challenges, but he didn't light the world on fire. Michaela was a baller. Straight up baller.
Always a baller. And that, oh my gosh, the whole thing about, like, Not even just nobody in my family ever did well. It was that people in my family who get something, they lose it and they can't hang on to it. And I didn't know if that was maybe like a bit of clever editing regarding David not being able to hang on to the buoy. But that was a total winner's edit for like the final four. You know they're going to show that if she makes it. When they do that final like masturbatory end show that's in New York City or Los Angeles somewhere.
Yeah. It is usually LA, yeah.
Sometimes
I want her to win so bad. I don't think she will, though. I can't have Michaela win. Michaela. All right.
Because I really like Michelle, too.
Really? Why?
She's weird.
Okay.
I feel like she came on, saw she could be the Figgy, and was relieved almost in a way to not be the Figgy in terms of like that age, that type. Like
the thing
she's cool.
I get what you're saying, and she's odd, but she had a chance here where they she went over to talk to Cece on the hammock and sat down and was like, okay, there are other options. I can be a strong player for this tribe. But then she throws David under the bus when Zeke should have been the one she tossed.
I agree with that. Or I agree with, like going for somebody or even going for Cece. I didn't understand, but I felt like that was something that maybe got left out. I'd be willing to maybe think it was editing.
I would like to think that she would have walked over and asked Cece who she wanted out instead of simply offering David up.
That's
because offering up somebody that looks like she's in her alliance is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
And based on how unreceptive Cece was, I think that's how it went down.
That's interesting because Cece was unreceptive, but at the same time, I feel like that's what brought Cece down. That she wasn't open to talking. And Michelle, I feel like Michelle's one of the more slippery candidates we've seen in a while.
Okay, I'll give you the slippery, but as far as Cece goes, she was the victim of believing her alliance. That's all.
I know. I like her. I would love to hang out with her. I just would not want to be... Well, I would want to be in an alliance with her as long as we had the numbers.
She is, but that's all she is a number. She's not going to make the strategy. She's not going to lay the plan down.
Yeah.
And that is why she went home. Because Chris laid a plan down and said, I have Zeke. That's easy. He's an Oklahoma boy. If I trust David for one vote, I can get this person out. And they could have got, Michelle out as well. It could have been just as easy. They could have all three lined up and taken Michelle out, which I think was the smarter play. But they have to. It's better TV that we get a blindside, even though it's an unnecessary blindside. She's not on jury. She has no bearing on the rest of the game, so why not be like, hey, you're going home?
Well, one thing that I noticed was that Chris said his big alliance, he's like, come the merge. I have a bunch of people waiting to support me. And he used good language. Up until that made me a little bit nervous about his game for him. Because it's like, okay, a lot of people who will be really loyal to you until a merge are using you until you get to the merge because you're like this huge threat and they want you as a shield. So don't mistake that for friendship. Except
right, that's a big guy who's good at helping you in challenges that you're going to cut as soon as the merge happens.
Yeah, or at least hide behind until like 6 or 4 or whatever.
Right, he would have to go on a Mike Holiday kind of run to win this game. He would. I don't think he's going to have the alliance numbers. And he's huge.
I like him though. Like he's a
I dig him,
but I like him a lot.
I thought upon first impression that he was going to be what I consider typical of that area and person. That he was going to be a little bit conservative and very I like white people kind of thing. I'm not calling him a racist. I'm just saying in that portion of the country, that's what it is. That's how the world works. And I expected him to be a little standoffish, to see him with Cece having a good relationship and Zeke and how he's working with David. You know, he's working with people that are a lot different than him physically.
Yeah, that actually explains a lot about Zeke's fandom, on top of being like, woohoo, you. It's like, wow, you're not a bigot. You might have helped guys like me if you'd gone to my high school. Like, that makes me extra like Chris even more. I do like Chris.
Like bodyguard now. I like that. Zeke needs it. He needs a big meat shield in front of him, and now he's got his bodyguard, and I'm down for that duo to go far. I love them both. So
yeah,
kudos to them.
Sweet too, and not like normal Survivor.
So before they head off to Tribal, David starts talking about playing the idol on Cece.
Yes.
Which is another bad plan for David and his idol. Thank God he didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was just sort of a red herring or what, but...
It was probably a throwaway confessional, and they were like, well, it gives us something. Because let me tell you what, Tribal was boring and full of lies. All of it.
Both.
It was boring and full of lies. It was a blind side that wasn't necessary. Jeff seemed bored. But I do love Zeke and the way he talks to Jeff. Zeke is my man right now. I want Zeke to win the whole thing. But I still think it's Hannah.
I don't know. I like both of them.
All right. Well, I take it. The reason I think it's Hannah is because of last season. Michelle Fitzgerald is the exact reason that I think Hannah will win. Aubrey should have won. 100% Aubrey should have won.
I couldn't stand Michelle. I thought that was the most boring win. I didn't even watch the final episode.
She was a boring winner, and I don't want a boring winner, but I understand how it happens. If let's say Michaela and Zeke and Chris and Hannah and David make the final five, which is the wackiest final five ever.
Best final five.
It would be great. It would be great TV. But those four smart, strategic players would entirely eat themselves to take Hannah to the end. And if you get a bitter jury, they'll give it to her, like we saw last season.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
So hopefully the jury's not bitter and we get a good winner. But Hannah, go Hannah.
So you're back on Team Hannah because you were mad at her a couple of weeks ago.
I'm still mad. She's purple. Show up. I want to see somebody playing. I understand laying low, but I need more than 3 people doing confessionals. And that's really all we're getting right now is Michaela, Zeke, Chris, and David. That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 episodes of those 4 dominating the confessionals, dominating the gameplay. So until somebody else makes a move on them, it's going to continue.
Sunday's good.
Sunday's what?
Sunday. She's going to win.
You're fucking crazy.
She's like so old school Survivor. She's like back when it was Final 2. She's like the Kim of Africa. It's like, the second Kim, not the first Kim. It's like, you're coming with
Dawn Meehan. She's Dawn Meehan without the crying.
I like Dawn though.
Ah,
I know we talked.
It was horrible. All right, in the preview for next week.
Yes, I wrote notes.
It's a bit disconcerting.
Oh, okay, yes.
Jeff calls for medical, and Hannah says, "Please don't tell me that I'm dying." I don't want my Hannah to go out on a medical because I lost my guy last year on a medical. I lost Neil, and I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose another player I like on a medical. So I hope everything goes well next week. I hate seeing Dr. Joe be a part of the game. I love Dr. Joe, but I hate him being part of the game. Do you think somebody's going to go home on a medical, or is this all red herring?
Red herring.
Yeah, me too. Especially Hannah. There's no way she's going home medical after that line. There's no way.
Unless you're sending me a red herring, because she's coming back next season because she left on a medical emergency. This one.
Oh, that's not it.
Okay.
That's not it. If Hannah is one of the returners, it's because she played a good game and went far.
Okay.
If. All right, I'll tell you who it's not. Are you ready? It's not Cece.
It's not. Oh, okay, yeah.
The 2 returning players are, yes, still in the game. So.
Oh, okay. I like that we were talking about dreams.
They were talking about, that was weird that they said they don't dream much, but I guess they don't sleep much. I mean, I wouldn't.
And that the idea of dreaming meant that they slept. To me, it's like, I just dream. If I close my eyes when I'm trying to sleep, I dream.
Well, maybe they're not getting good sleep. I mean, you have to get into REM sleep to get a dream. And I know they talk about dreams a lot in the Big Brother house because they all dream of playing Big Brother while they're in there, which is weird. Like, if you were playing Survivor, would you dream about playing Survivor?
Yes.
Really?
I'm not.
I might have a dream where I can't leave tribal council or something, where I can't get out, or I was trapped in a challenge in a net or something. But I don't know that I would dream about the game.
I dream about Survivor a lot when I'm watching Survivor. Oh my gosh, yes.
See? I wish I could dream about TV shows. That'd be fun.
You would think.
Yeah, maybe not. All right. Well, do you have any other things you want to talk about from this episode?
Yes.
Okay. Hit me.
Well, I'm allowed to mention one more thing that's meta, but I won't read Fishbox blog or the previously TV recap next week before we talk. Except I have this time and I can't unlearn it from my brain. And I liked that Fishbach mentioned Chris's use of we. It's one of my favorite books is Gift of Fear. And one of the biggest concepts is that forced teaming, that use a predator, anybody who wants to get you on his side, anybody who wants you for his is going to say we. He's going to say our. He's going to like rope you in, which is kind of fitting given the challenge too regarding the roping. And I would have sucked at that challenge so bad, but my God, Michaela was amazing. But I loved that Stephen Fishbach in his People blog talked about how Chris was so smart, how he sat down and said, we this, we that, how about this, how about that? And he even mentioned how Michelle was open to it, like, how about if we did this, or our. It's like you can't be my, me, because everybody is, and you're playing Survivor. And it used to be forward thinking, now it has to be past. Sorry.
That's okay. You might want to check the emails I sent you when I was asking you to do this podcast, because I believe I used we at Monkey Caviar, because I do that a lot. I use the we instead of me.
Nice.
Yeah, because, well, that's the thing. You can't do what we're trying to do here with the monkey. You can't do it by yourself. You got to have a team. And, so I agree. There's good power in we. And I should use it more in my daily life. And I'm going to
manipulate more.
Manipulate more and feel less. Yeah. That should be my new motto.
That's on it.
I've been using, love many, trust few, and do harm to no one, but I think I might change it.
There you go.
Manipulate more, feel less.
Also,
all right,
or yesterday was Rob Sestino's birthday, so we should say happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday to the Rob that doesn't suck. I don't he refers to himself as the Rob that sucks, and I don't think he sucks.
Aww.
So
he's from Wanta. We used to go to karaoke together, but not. I hoped every single time I went to karaoke in 2005 that he'd show up, but he didn't.
Well, I guess they're having the Big Brother live show in New York this week, or next Wednesday, and they're all doing karaoke afterwards. So get out there. It's some comedy club in New York. I don't know.
Okay.
You can look it up. You're from there, not me. I don't know.
Yeah. Where?
Next to the pizza place.
Right.
Right. That's how you get around in New York, right? It's like saying it's next to the liquor store in L.A. Just liquor stores on every corner.
We went to a liquor store in New York City last year, and it was like $6 for a Fireball shot.
They in California, there's no like blue laws or anything, so you can buy alcohol at a grocery store. And back here in South Carolina, I have to go to an alcohol store to buy alcohol. I can buy beer at a grocery store, but to buy alcohol, I have to go to an alcohol store.
Right.
Which is just makes me drive more. I don't drink a lot, so it doesn't matter. But in LA, you can just there's liquor stores everywhere. You can buy booze. Like if there was a drive-through possibility, that's where it would happen. All right. Well, that's gonna do it. I think we're done, right? You got anything else?
No.
All right, cool. We had some technical issues. We got started a little late, but we got it done. Good for us. American Horror Story, The Creep, they had some technical issues tonight, and they are redoing it tomorrow. So be on the mend for that. And we will be back here next Thursday to talk episode 6, The Return of Dr. Joe.
Sad.
I hope it doesn't affect the game. All right, folks. Until next week, love many, trust few, and do harm to no one.